Found a way to come back. Crypto.XL, back with non-financial advice. None of this is financial advice. You know that, right? We're looking good. Bitcoin at 67K and counting. So we said we were going to have a wick. We said the wick was not going to go too low and it would be a nice buying opportunity. And now we're on our way back up. The altcoins are doing quite well, especially the Patreon altcoins. They're doing backflips. We're talking about huge percentage point increases, and we've literally caught the local bottoms on these, right? We've caught the local bottoms on these, right? And so now we are going to reap the rewards, right? All right. So awesome. Awesome. We're gonna have a little bit of fun here. For those of you who are not in the Patreon group, my condolences to you. We're going to be sold out in this tier pretty soon. The Patreon is pretty much free because it pays for itself when you buy the dip. And none of this is financial advice, of course. Do understand that I'm just an investor like you are. It's just that I have more experience and I enjoy what I'm doing. And I don't put in money that I can't afford to lose. I manage my risk. I'm not putting my rent into this. I'm not putting my car note or my mortgage payment or any school payments, anything like that. I'm managing my risk, right? That way I don't react emotionally when Bitcoin retests support, right? So get in while you can fit in because the spots are going to be sold out soon and we're going to go to the next tier. Shout out to the mentors, right? To the mentees in this group right here because they're getting terrific alpha. There's members in this group that are not showing up here because I keep their information private, but they are seeing some phenomenal gains, and they're not just getting gains; they're pretty much set up for the future because they have the inside track on how to position themselves for this upcoming bull market. The greatest reward with the least amount of effort, right? It's kind of like a pulley system. It's like using leverage, but in a smart way where the leverage can't fall on you and can't hurt you. And this tier right here is for the serious folks that are really looking to change their lives, that have a significant amount of capital to invest, and that are looking to get in on the ground floor on crypto, one of the earliest buyers in crypto, right? So this is where you can increase your chances of getting those 50 to 100 X's with less risk. I didn't say no risk because everything is risky. This is crypto, it's risky. You're not going to be able to join an industry where you can 100X your money without there being some kind of risk. That is, if someone says that to you when they're not being truthful, they're being disingenuous. So there is risk involved. But we manage our risk over here. We're intelligent with what we're doing. We realize that this is not financial advice. We realize what you're just doing is you're watching somebody experiment and use their knowledge and insight in this industry to see how they perform in the market, right? I cannot give you financial advice because this is crypto and it's very risky. I could just tell you to manage your risk and consult a financial advisor. But if you do want to see what I'm doing, remember to get in, check out the Patreon link, and I'll be glad to have you aboard. And I guarantee you, at the very least, it's going to be quite interesting. It's been very interesting already, right? 2024 has been a blast. The calls that we've made here have been spot on. We've been 10 for 10. I've called multiple 10Xs, including SPT, You see, my video kept on cutting off before, and I do apologize for that because you're probably wondering what happened to the video. I was enjoying what he was saying, and then it just cut out. Well, it's the Illuminati. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's basically I had a system issues, right? So now I was getting into SPT at this particular price point, and what is that now? And it went all the way up to 0.20 before, so that was a 10x, right? I was getting into GameFi at, oh man, yeah, GameFi, I remember this. I was getting in down here, right? So this one was, what is that anyway? Yeah, this was about a 10x also because it did go up to $14. I think it went up to $15 actually. And there's just there's numerous others. There's a lot of 10x's. You've seen me recently. I call NMT recently, right? And I was calling it down here. It's not even on the chart, like 2.5. So what is that's about a 5x, right? So we can really just go on and on. We could go on and on. And there's many more gems that I'm calling in the Patreon. But what's important is to note the price points that I call the gems at. I call them while they're in red. So when they bounce back, they not only bounce back, they bounce back severely, right? If you look at where's my gem? Dex check. This went down recently. I think this was yesterday. It went to 0.086. And I did put a note out that yeah, in Discord I put a note out that, hey, look out for this. I also sent a buy alert, and I did mention Dex check. Um, I would not sleep on this gem at all. I think within 4 months it's going to be very, very hard to get Oracle tier, if not near impossible. Well, I'm not impossible for everyone. I would just say that it would be hard for the average participant to get into Oracle tier at that point. So I would get in while I can, right? Pretty much all of the gems that I've called have returned some really good gains. Especially, it's kind of like a time return equation. Like the more time that is spent holding one of these gems, is the more the returns increase. I cannot guarantee, right? Because past performance is not indicative of future performance. Nothing is guaranteed. Crypto is risky, and things can go to zero. So manage your risk. Uh, but that all being said, the performance has been quite astounding. Not just good. It's been astounding. And if this continues, right? Let's talk about the predictions um, and the scenarios, right? So scenario number one is that we have a shorter bull run than expected. And in that case, we end up doing really well. We make some good gains, but it's cut short by the end of 2024. And we get hit with a bear market and they start retracing. But by then, the cryptos would have probably done like 40x or some ridiculous number, right? So if you have taken out your initials at some point, then you still will not be, you'll still not be there without a chair when they turn the music off, right? So that's one scenario. Another scenario is we go into an extended bull cycle where the paradigm shift is a reality, and that the base case or the low case, the support for Bitcoin is very high, like let's say 60,000. And in that case, altcoins go parabolic. And now we're literally talking about 100x's, right? Especially if you get in at this point with the kind of coins that I mentioned, right? And then we go to an extended bull run. It gets extended all the way out to 2025. If that were to happen, we are literally talking about life-changing gains at that point, right? God forbid we go somehow into 2026 and the crash that happens in 2025 is not as severe as the past crashes, which actually I believe I believe that's going to be the case. I believe that the crash in 2025, Q4 2025, is not going to be the same like the crash from 2021 or 2017. I do believe that we're going into a paradigm shift where the base case for Bitcoin as a hedge against fiat currency and the money printing, that this is a legitimate argument. And now the way that crypto is handled has been changed. I believe that crypto is about to be legitimized as another on ramp to preserve your capital and as another asset class to be taken seriously by all the big institutions, by sovereign nations, by hedge funds, by family offices. So, what I'm trying to tell you is that you can literally change your life by making some very clever decisions. Another thing I'm going to tell you is that there is an idea, and it's going to be consensus of the masses, that it's better to not get any training, any coaching, or any assistance. It's better to just buy a couple meme coins and just buy whatever is hot in the market. But what I will tell you when I do mention my Patreon is that it makes more sense to join a group like this, and there are many groups, but it makes sense to join a group like this that has someone that has some insight, and not just insight, but a vision and a plan that has been proven and a plan that has been working and shows consistent returns. It's better to do that and just relax, sit back, pay attention to the buy alerts every now and then when they come in, listen to the videos when they come on, right? Because if you look at what I'm doing now, the information I'm giving you, I consider the information I'm giving you right now priceless, right? Because depending on how it can apply, if what I'm saying is true, this could literally affect your life. Literally, like this could literally change dynamics in the future. In the future, but I will also premise that on the statement that I always make, that no one can tell the future. I'm just giving you my opinion. I'm just another individual, just like you. I just have a different perspective, right? And I do stress for you to make your own decision and also manage your risk. Okay. But that all being said, I'm happy with the results. I'm a results orientated person, right? So a lot of what I'm doing is simply I want to get straight to the point, and I want results, right? And if I'm not getting the results that I want, then I go back and I make plans. I don't get emotional about it. I'm not going to be broke. If one of my cryptos falls 30% or something, I just figure out, okay, how do we handle it? And actually, most of what I've done is just bought it again at a lower price. That's pretty much what I've done. And I'm like, and NMT, right? If we go back to Netmine, this thing, I think I bought it originally at $4 something. Then it went all the way down to $2.50. And immediately I went into my Patreon and I'm like, hey guys, I'm picking up some of this, not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. And then look at what happened. Look at the returns. These returns that we're seeing here, these are not normal returns. And what I'm trying to tell you is that you have a small window of opportunity where you can get some of these altcoins, and you don't have to get my coins, but we have a small window of opportunity where you can get some altcoins. And if you play this right, you could multiply your money. You could literally multiply your money. And I know it might take a long time to make a certain amount of money. But during the crypto bull run, especially with Bitcoin hitting, breaking 70K, and God forbid Bitcoin goes up to like 140K and it starts doing these kind of numbers. Could you imagine getting in now at these prices on the Patreon gems? And then do you know where these prices are going to be in the future? Like even AGIX, do you know where it's going to be if that were to happen? We can get some staggering results, life-changing results, if that were to happen. And I'm telling you now, not financial advice, but I'm telling you now, from what I'm seeing, I think it's possible. right? We can go to 100K and we could get rejected from there. But I have a, it's my opinion that that rejection might be a buy the dip opportunity. That all being said, if we start going to like 100K and these kind of numbers, I do recommend that you take out your initials, have enough sense to do that, right? And you have with some profit, and you keep that in cash, because anything, literally anything could happen in crypto, literally anything. But that all being said, do realize the calls I've been making on this channel, call after call. I was calling the bottom down here. I was investing from down here. I was getting engine starter. I was getting SBT. I was getting art regen. And I was started getting Dex check. I was doing this from way back, right? So my risk when we go all the way up there, my risk is not as much as someone just coming into the market. You also have to understand that people are going to be coming into the market when Bitcoin's 80K, when Bitcoin's 90K, when Bitcoin goes to 100K. There are going to be people coming into the market. So their risk is a whole lot higher investing at those highs than investing in the lows, right? So what I would do again is I would get with the winning team, and I wouldn't think that, I'll just not I'll wing this on my own, especially if it's your first rodeo. I don't think I would do that. I think I would try to get some information from a veteran, someone who's been doing this. I would also realize that I'm responsible for the decisions that I make, right? Because I have to click the buy button. And I will also realize that this is not financial advice. But I would like to be a bird on a giant's shoulder or someone's shoulder who knows what they're doing and has a proven track record, right? And I would join one of these tiers, because as we continue, the price is just going to increase, right? For these tiers, because this is pretty much free. This is free. If you look at the returns that have been made, I've just showed you NMT. I've just showed you 500%. The mentor, the mentor, uh, the mentor group, the information in here is priceless. It could change the entire trajectory of what you're doing for this bull run. This is easy street right here. There's portfolio management, there is risk analysis, there is a projection of what can happen. Nothing again is guaranteed, by the way. I want to stress that nothing in life is guaranteed, especially when you're looking for 100x. Nothing's guaranteed, right? But I'm going to tell it to you straight. I'll give you all the information straight, and you'll be able to make your own decisions, right? So, yeah, things are looking like they're supposed to. Do you see these bubbles? Do you remember that I said if there's a dip? How many videos did I say if there is a dip, I would be buying that dip? You can go back and you can check every single video I've dropped. You can check every call that I've made, and then you can match it with what has happened. You can do that. I have no problem with you doing that. The calls that I'm getting is so many of them that, again, this is another, I think this might be the second or third time I'm saying this. I don't mind getting something wrong, because I say 10 for 10. It's actually higher than 10 for 10, but I like nice round numbers. So I'm going to say I've been 10 for 10 on these calls. Look at the call. I've called Engine Starter, Change GPT, AI Tech. It does Open Fabric, Octavia, uh, GTAI. I mean, man, this is crazy. Even the memes. I'm not even a meme coin guy. The memes, my memes are rocking. You know, the ones that I've called. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I just wanted to reach out and do a longer video, because my video keeps on getting shut off. Most viewed, man. You remember most viewed is Dex Check and AI Tech. Guys, don't you remember I was talking about these when no one was talking about them? There was literally nobody talking about these when I was talking about them. No one. And look what's happened now. And look at the price point where I entered. Compare the price points where I entered. Do you want more alpha for free? Check this out. Watch this. Hold on. Other games, right? It's going to come out tomorrow. Look how other games performs. Okay, it's about to come out. It's a gaming. It's a gaming system. They have a game card coming out. It's a card game. It's a video game. Graphics are good. It's up to date with new technology. It looks really cool, and it has addictive gameplay. Okay, they recently bought the rights to Wheel of Time. That's a TV series. So they're going to convert that into their game. So Other Games is a gaming studio, and they're going to launch tomorrow. I'm giving you the name now because in the future, you're going to hear about it. So you're getting this information for free, right? You're hearing it here first because I mentioned this before, actually, right? And you're going to see how that performs. When it comes out, it's going to boom and go all the way up. I would look for a retracement, and I would get in on the retracement because that is going to do big things, really, really big things. And remember, it's going to start with a small market cap, right? So we're talking about a gaming hub with a small market cap. It's going to boom. It's going to do multiple X's, and then it's going to retrace. If you get in on the retracement, you can get on a new gaming studio with a small market cap. Not financial advice, right? And also look out for Kai. That's another one that's coming out. It's an L1. I think I'm going to get going now, guys, but I hate to always rush out of here, but there's so much going on. So much going on. But this is Crypto.XL with your update. Shout out to the Patreons. Things are going according to plan. And even if it's not planned, we improvise. It's nothing. All right. So congratulations, everybody. We're on our way up. I will see you on top. All right. Take care. Bye.